Nikhil with a steal. Left hand tomahawk.
Jackson Hayes.
And that's what Lopez was trying to avoid. Remember, B.I. just hit a three right before that.
Find the high hand. They've got it. He's going to the line looking for a 4-point play.
High hand in the digest.
Ball the takeaway with a spin.
Nice
And the
mental
left
ball.
hand. Good footwork down low.
Well, good news, Pelicans fans. The NBA released their first half of the schedule, which means we are close to the start of the NBA season. And to break down that schedule, we brought on Fox Sports New Orleans analyst Antonio Daniels, as well as Pelicans studio host Daniel Sallerson. Daniel, let's start with you first to talk about this schedule. What sticks out to you the most out of the first half of the schedule?
Well, Caroline, the fact that you're on national television, 19 of the 37 games really shows the popularity of the Pelicans and how much the nation wants to see. Of course, we'll all be tuning into Fox Sports New Orleans when those games are on, but the fact that there are 19 of 37 on national television really sticks out. Also, that long road trip from January 11th to January 23rd, a 7-game road trip. You haven't really seen a road trip like that in quite some time for the Pelicans. The good news is they're in a couple cities for a good amount of time. They'll be in LA for 4 days, Utah for 4 days for back-to-back games there. And then you are rewarded with a 6-game homestand shortly after. So those are the big things. And then the 6 back-to-backs. The good thing is for the Pelicans, they don't start their back-to-backs until late January. So for the first part of the season, they're going to be playing every other day, and then we'll ease into those back-to-backs late in January. So those are the few things that stick out to me about the schedule.
AD, we're looking forward to hearing you on Fox Sports New Orleans for your second season. When you look at this schedule, what specific games stick out in your mind?
Well, when I saw the schedule, I think of it like I used to do as a player. So when the schedule comes out, there are certain things that you look for. You always look for who you're opening up against. And this is now 2 years in a row that the Pelicans have opened up with the Toronto Raptors on the road. Only difference was last year was in Toronto. This year is actually in Tampa. So that's the first thing I looked at. Okay, who are they opening up against? And then you look at exclusive games where half of or even more than half of the league is at home. You look at Christmas, and I think this speaks to the popularity of Zion Williamson. The fact that there are 10 teams playing on Christmas, which means there are 20 teams sitting at home watching those games. It's a blessing. It's a blessing and an honor to play on Christmas. It speaks to the popularity of this team and also to Zion Williamson. I looked at January 29th, and the reason that stood out to me is because Milwaukee comes to the Smoothie King Center. And what you're hoping is at that time that maybe fans are in the arena to give JRUE Holiday the welcoming back to New Orleans that he deserves. And the last one for me was just a fun game. It was just a fun game. And it's January 8th, where Lonzo Ball, being the older brother, gets an opportunity to play against his younger brother, LaMelo Ball.
AD, your first season with the Pelicans last year, now going into year 2, a lot of turnover on this Pelicans roster from top to bottom. What are your thoughts on this Pelicans team?
I love the emphasis now on the defensive side of the basketball. You know, the NBA right now is all about pace and space. Let's get up and down the floor. Let's score as many points as you possibly can. I completely grasp the concept. But what Coach Van Gundy is doing is he is switching it up. And he's saying, look, we never had a problem scoring the basketball. That was never an issue with the New Orleans Pelicans. You have a number of guys that can score. And the emphasis thus far has been on the defensive side of the ball. The turnover that you're referring to, bringing in Eric Bledsoe, bringing in guys like Steven Adams, Herman Gomez. What you're adding is toughness. What you're adding is a lot of toughness. I had an opportunity to cover Steven Adams the 4 years that I was in Oklahoma City. And the thing that Pelicans fans will love about him is he will leave it all out on the floor. So what I love, one, is the attention to the defensive side of the ball, and two, the toughness that was added to the roster.
Well, we'll see everything come to fruition on December 23rd as your Pelicans take on the Toronto Raptors. You can find the full schedule available now on Pelicans.com or your Pelicans app. AD, Daniel, thanks so much.